Okay, let's get into our lesson, folks. I'm sorry. I got on a little monologue there. Sorry about that. Okay, last time we were here, we talked about the veil. Essentially, we were talking about the tabernacle and showing that Jesus Christ was God through the tabernacle, right? So we were talking about the makeup the makeup of the veil. So this stuff right here. Got a better picture this time, folks. Let's see, can I do that? Oh. No, I can't. Anyhow, yes, I can. Oh, here we go. Yes. So this is what I want to show you. Finally figured out how to do that. All right. So with this, here's this veil that I was telling you about. This color right here. So hopefully you guys can see this better, much better now. So here's the veil. This is the tabernacle. This is the Holy of Holies. And you can see the seven branch menorah. Here's the table of showbread. Here's the altar of incense. And back here is the Holy of Holies. So what are these numbers? This is this color blue right here. That's the woven linen. This sort of beige color right here is that it's not really beige, but for our purposes, this is the goat hair, and then you had the ram skin right here, and then here finally you had the badger skin. So the badgers, the ram, the goat, and the woven linen, right? That's what I was talking about. So when we're talking about this stuff, these four layers covered the entire tabernacle, and they would erect this thing and put it down. Now, what was happening is there's another veil, there's an internal veil right here. I mean, an external veil. So this is what the Bible calls the outer. The outer veil. All right, and only the priest. You had to be 25 years old. Minimum of 25 years old for a priest to come in here. It just symbolized maturity. Okay, so as a mature believer, you just simply get closer and closer and closer to God. How? Through service. Coming into the veil, into the holies of holies, and I'm sorry, the holy place, is service. That's what he's talking about. But Christ is represented here. Christ is represented right here in this outer veil. All this is Christ. Christ right here is the living water. Now, in the Old Testament, the living water, you know what it was called? It was called running water. When they were dealing with the sacrifices and cleaning the stuff, in the Old Testament, it was called running water. New Testament is called living water. Okay? So, what's the difference? One is coming from the inside of you, making it alive. The other was running on Christ, on the sacrifices. So there were certain methods God gave them. It says when you clean the entrails of the sacrifice, you had to use running water. You couldn't use stagnant water. It's opposite of running, right? So you couldn't use that. You had to use running water. So basically that running water, they would take the pitcher and they would pour it, and that symbolized running water. And the water and the blood on these tables, when they did the sacrifices right here, they would take that water. So the water mixed with the blood of the animal would pour out here and come from the animal, come from the sacrifice. What did that represent? Remember with Christ on his side? What came out? Water and blood. Not just blood. Water and blood. Folks, everything about what was happening here, it's all Jesus Christ. Everything. Even the service of the people who was doing it represented Christ. It's beautiful. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about those veils. Now here is the inner veil. This is the one that was torn. Just remember, this is the tabernacle, but in the temple, this veil right here wasn't there. It was a door. Hence, I am the door. Okay, but anyhow, this is the tabernacle in the wilderness. So Jesus Christ is that in a veil. So that's what we were talking about. I'm glad I was able to get this picture loaded up so I can give you a closer view of what we was talking about. So let's back out of here. All right, and go back to our study. So we had the woven linen, the interior, then we had the goat's hair, then we had the ram skin dyed red, then we had the badger skin. So we got here and we talked about the colors, what all the different colors mean. From every detail of that tabernacle pointed to Jesus Christ, even the colors. This was amazing. So we talked about the blue and the scarlet and the purple and the gold, what all those colors represented. And each one of them represented Christ is from heaven. Christ is our Savior. Christ is our King. Christ is God in human flesh. Now, we're getting to the two gates. The two gates. So this is where we're picking up. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the gate. So basically the two veils and a gate. So I didn't show you the gate. I did show you the veil. Let's look at the gate. Okay, so here's the gate. So when we're talking about the gate, we're talking about this right here. Right here. Right? So Christ is the only entrance into the presence of God. God is beyond the gate, inside, right? You can be out here, you can be out here, and you can marvel at the gate. You can look at Christ and say, oh man, what a wonderful God. What a marvelous teacher. How can you say that about a man who ran around claiming he was God? I mean, would you really think about me that way? If right now I proclaim myself to be God, would you call me a wonderful guy? No. You'd probably go get a straitjacket and say, hey man, go lock that cat up. He's running around here claiming he's God. Well, Jesus did the exact same thing. So either he's God, like he claimed to be, or he can't be some nice guy. No, friend. And you have no business even listening to him. So this is the gate, right? And it symbolizes some stuff. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about this, we're talking about this, we're talking about this. Okay, let's go.